Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Prince George's Community College Center for Performing Arts Grand Theater. My name is Richard Anatone. I am a professor of music here at Prince George's Community College, and I'd like to thank you for joining us today for our first of many different guest artist recitals during this semester. Our first group that will be performing today is a DC-based tango duo named Arco and Aire. It features Maxfield Wollam-Fisher and Heyni Solera. They will be performing a variety of different tangos and will be speaking about them intermittently throughout the performance. So without further ado, please welcome Arco and Aire.
I'm imagining applause, but thank you for joining us here today. My name is Maxfield Wollam-Fisher.
I'm Heyni Solera.
Together we are Arco and Aire.
Yeah.
You just heard two tunes. Would you like to introduce them?
The first one was Redención by Alfredo Gobi, and Don Agustín Bardi was the second song written by Horacio Salgan, but done in the style of Osvaldo Pugliese. These are tangos that were played in huge orchestras for dancers. These are around like the late 1950s, 1960s. So the whole point of this program is hopefully to give you a little taste of all the many things that are tango. So this next one.
From, also in a large orchestral style, but a very different style than what you heard. This is really from the dance bands of the 40s, very rhythmic, somewhat in the style of the orchestra of Juan D'Arienzo. This is sort of an old dance favorite of ours, 9 de Julio.
So that's music for more like dancing. We're going to now go to, I think what most classical musicians know of tango. It's by Astor Piazzolla. Max is going to play a solo first that he adapted for cello. But we wanted to demonstrate like another side of Piazzolla that you usually may not get to listen to.
One of the great things about Piazzolla, coming from a classical background, is you have these wonderful resources of being able to see him perform and realize that he takes his own music and rearranges it in many different ways, which of course is a big part of the tango history. So this is a piece he originally wrote for flute with violin somewhat in mind, and I've taken it and transformed it a bit for the cello. So this is Estudio Numero 4.
it. So I'm going to play a solo, a bandoneon solo. This is called a bandoneon, and it's not an accordion. And besides being an amazing composer and arranger, Astor Piazzolla was also an amazing bandoneon player. So this became like the iconic instrument for tango because of its sonority, its timbre. But something I like to point out, a lot of people forget about Piazzolla, that even though he really pushed the genre forward and changed the sound, he played in these orchestras for dancers. He even had his own orchestra for dancing.
In the 40s.
In the 40s.
Yeah.
And so he came from what happened before. He's not like an aberration. It's a natural progression. So I'm going to play Flores Negras. It's originally by Francisco de Caro, who had an orchestra in the 1940s, and Astor did an arrangement for it. Thank you, Matt.
Speaking of something completely different.
Yeah, now we're going to make another left.
We're working on an album.
Yes.
An album of, tango has been something of a defined genre for over 100 years now. And with many twists, turns, different offshoots and progressions of just a beautifully rich history of music and of dance, of course, and other disciplines. And it is still very, very much alive. Particularly alive, I would say.
Yes, and so like how I said that Astor is a natural progression of what came before. Currently there are a lot of tango musicians creating new music, and we're fortunate enough to know them. And most of 2019 I spent in Buenos Aires studying and came across a lot of friends. So this album that we're doing, I commissioned 10 composers to write pieces for us, and I'll be writing one as well. So this is a world premiere. It's Las Orillas del Tiempo by Esilque Mantega, and I hope you guys like it.
world premiere, to a backwards. We're going backwards now.
A little bit.
To a tradition that's been present from the beginning
Yeah.
and maintains a strong tradition in tango.
Yeah. So if you guys go to Buenos Aires, well, before the pandemic, there's a lot of cultural centers and bars, and there's this huge tradition of a lot of musicians playing at bars and having a singer be accompanied by like a bandoneon or a guitar. And so I found a couple arrangements for bandoneon and cello where he'll be the voice. This is an arrangement of Chino Molina of Como Dos Extraños. And if Chino, you're watching, thank you so much for making your arrangement available. Okay.
was Recién, arranged by Heyni Solera.
Heyni. There's actually a very strong tradition of, it's just kind of, not everyone arranges and composes, but I would say the majority.
Yeah.
It's kind of expected that once you learn your instrument and you learn a little bit about tango that you start writing, so.
And ensembles are different shapes and sizes on a
Right.
given night, of course, so I think there's a practical nature of that as well.
Right.
You know.
And so this kind of leads nicely to the next person. I've been studying arrangement and composition with various people, with Ezequiel Mantega, who we just heard. And the next guy, Ramiro Boero, he's my bandoneon teacher, and he helped me with the arrangement. And besides being an amazing teacher, he's also an amazing composer. So this will be, it's not a world premiere, but I think this is like
It's a stage premiere.
yeah, it's a stage premiere.
So it's been played vaguely in a virtual concert before,
Yes.
but yes.
So
This is the first time we've been on a stage in
a year.
a year.
So,
Thank you.
Thank you. So this is Surestada by Ramiro Boero.
We have one more tune here from the new album. One more from the upcoming album, a new piece written in 2020. This time by a violinist, Ramiro Gallo, one of the great musicians and teachers of tango of the day. It's called El Idioma del Bosque.
at the end of our program.
I want to say huge thanks. This space is wonderful, and all the people here are really, really wonderful. So we want to thank Richard for inviting us, and thank Prince George's Community College, everyone involved. There are, it's very COVID safe, but there are a few people who are just really, really making this happen. So.
And then if you guys want, you can always follow us on social media. If you have any questions about tango, where you can get resources to learn about tango, please reach out to us. The tango music community in the United States is very small, so we'd like to grow it. So feel free to reach out to us. And thank you so much for being here.
We are Arco and Aire, you can find on Facebook and about the world. This last tune brings us back to the large orchestral idea that we were exploring at the very beginning of the program. This is one of our favorites, La Bordona. shall we?
We should bow, no?